Yo, what's going on, guys? Tong for 2 here, back again with a Battlefield 6 video. Today I'm going to be going over my settings, um, controller, graphics, audio, all that good stuff. It was requested by some viewers that have been posting and commenting on my Red Set gameplays and stuff, so this one's for you guys. If you guys get anything out of it, hopefully it helps. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I post a lot of different Battlefield videos, a lot of gameplays, live com type of things. I do post a lot of different games as well, but specifically for my Battlefield videos and audience, this one's for you guys. So let's just dive right into it. As an overview regarding my settings, I play generally on like low settings just so that I get the maximum performance and get the max frames I can get. I do tinker a little bit with my audio and controller settings, since I do play on controller, not mouse and keyboard. And regarding my graphics, do play windowed as well. So just to kind of give you guys that little bit. So let's start with the accessibility settings. I turn off all the menu narration. Subtitles are okay. I increase the max volume, put it up to 75 just so I can hear footsteps and stuff. A lot of this stuff, world brightness, all that stuff, I don't really change that a whole lot. Camera settings, the most important thing: turn off world motion blur, weapon motion blur, minimize your camera shake, reduce sprint camera bobbing, all that stuff, turn off chromatic aberration. So all those things are some of what I change. For controls, here's just a quick download. I do toggle for sprinting, double tap. Double tap to forward to sprint. I had that at just sprint. I don't think I tweaked a whole lot of these other things. Double tap crouch for sprint slide, have it turned off. I always prioritize interacting instead of reloading. Yeah, everything else should be more or less the same or the default. Controller vibration, always have off. You don't need to worry about intensity if you have that off. Again, I don't really touch the vibration. I don't like my controller vibrating. I think chat, I don't do text to speech. I don't do voice to text. So there's that. Tutorials, I just leave on. You could probably turn these off. In-game tutorials, menu tutorials, turn it all off. Hints, you could probably turn all these off as well. Yeah, that is accessibility. Gameplay, I have it at custom, but again, I think we went over my toggle to hold. That was from the accessibility menu area. Hints, you could probably just turn off. Alright, this is probably important stuff. Infantry, aim sensitivity, I play at 28.5. Again, I never am able to find the sweet spot anymore with some of the sensitivity. Nowadays, just because back when I was playing like Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, the slider only went from like 0 or 1 to 10 or 1 to 14, and I always played on like 4 or 5, right? Now they've got a lot of more customization to the sensitivity, so I just need to kind of find a sweet spot for that. So I just put on 28.5, probably really low for what people are used to. I'm a bit of a, I got that, I can't just have that accelerated right thumbstick movement. So when I look around, again, a lot of these things, parachute auto deploy, I should probably change this. I think I only played on tethered, but I haven't played around. I usually actually die when I parachute in red sec. But here's all the settings again. We'll start from the top. Crouch toggle sprint stand, vault over sprint on, sprint door barrage on, double tap crouch for sprint off, parachute tethered, roll camera on landing off. I don't want to get motion sickness off just a rolling. None of these settings change. Mount type, sign up, instant combo, sign up, prioritize interact. I think we already ran over that. I don't do invert, demolition charges, and yeah, for vehicles, I don't think I really change anything here. Aim assist, you probably just want that on. I just use the standard curve. You probably could probably play around with it a little bit more, but I just play on standard. Um, yeah, everything else is pretty much the same with aim assist. For the HUD, have everything on. Horizontal HUD padding is 0. Everything's on. I think the only thing I changed is I like the big map um, opacity. I have it at 85. I changed my show kills made by squad and nearby. That way I can see like if there's people nearby me. I don't need to see everyone's kill feed. I don't remember. I remember tweaking around with the vehicle HUD setting, like colors and stuff, but otherwise that's what it is right there. The colors, icon indicators. I don't think I've changed any of those. Objective icons, all that sort of stuff. Everything else should just be the same as what it was default. Pinging here was a bit janky, but I think they improved it since the new update. Minimap size, I have it on large. I come from playing Call of Duty growing up, so I need that bigger minimap. I can't have it tiny. Opacity, 90 for that. All these other settings are pretty much the same as the default. Infantry compass, I always show the compass. My crosshair indicator, I have it at light blue. I think the default's like white or something, but I turn it to a light blue, that way I can see it. Especially when you're playing Red Sec in multiplayer, sometimes you get a lot of flames and stuff. I can see the light blue a little bit better, but just make you bright, turn up that intensity. Hit indicator, I don't think I changed anything here. You guys can just flow. These are mostly just, whatever you prefer. Campaign, don't touch, really. Haven't played the campaign yet. These are my controls on my controller. Now, I use a Xbox 360 controller, but this is what I currently use. And then if we go into my specific controller settings, again, my aim sensitivity is 28.5. I plan on 110 FOV. I tweaked around with the zoom sensitivity coefficient. Aim assist is all there. Left right acceleration, I have it at 46. Again, I can't really have like the big acceleration when I'm trying to look, otherwise I end up overturning. I right now have my sprint on the, here's all like the key binding movement kind of things. I played Call of Duty drop shotting, so always my crouch button is on the tapping the left, or I mean the right thumbstick. So I have it catered towards that. But all these other settings are pretty much the same. You guys get the gist. Yeah, I was gonna see if there was any. Oh, button layout. Yeah, I plan on alternate. That's probably the important. I plan make sure you. That's like the tactical layout from the old Call of Duties. That's what I wanted to kind of find. Uh, all these other settings don't really change. Don't really change any of the vehicles since I don't drive them a whole lot. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't use the vehicles like a whole lot. You guys can fiddle around with it however you want. But just like gunner custom, like gunner, helicopter, aircraft specific sort of settings. I'll let you guys kind of determine that. That's more like preference for yourself, but that's just what I play with. If we go to graphics, I just have custom, and then if we just look into all my quality settings, as I mentioned before, all of it's going to be pretty low. So low, 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 right? Um, Again, based on your PC performance, you could tinker it a little bit. Shadow filtering, I play on PCF. And these are all just catered so that I could get maximum frames, right? And I care more about the performance than how it looks, right? And plus, a lot of these terrain, right? You can't actually see them if they're really, really, really high quality, especially enemies hiding in the grass and stuff. So you can see them a little bit better with lower settings. Brightness 50, UI brightness, sharpness off 50. If you look at my advanced settings, my fixed resolution scale is 100. I limit my frame rate to 160 in the menu, but there's no frame limiter when I'm in game. Again, dynamic resolution scale off. NVIDIA, I use a NVIDIA graphics card, have that enabled. I use FSR upscaling technique. Everything else should be pretty much the same. I don't use a performance overlay. I think in Steam I use the built-in like FPS counter on the top left, as you can see. But I think if you want, you could play around with this. But I don't really need any of that extra performance stuff on the side. It's just extra clutter on my screen. Kind of went over FOV for my camera. You guys can see all these settings. Again, weapon, world, camera, shake, just turn all that stuff off. Display, I told you guys to play windowed. So I don't play around with like the aspect ratio and the refresh rate type of settings, but if you do play full screen, you might need to play around with those a little bit. If we go to my audio settings, here's my audio settings, 75. I make sure to boost the sound effects volumes a little bit more so I can hear footsteps a little bit. Music volume probably needs to be lower, but 20 is fine. Menu music is at 80. Don't need to hear that too much. Voiceovers, standard, and UI SFX volume 25. So again, lower. I use the hit indicator sounds on so I can tell if I'm actually hitting someone. Um, Otherwise, all this like voice chat stuff, I don't really use the voice chat thing because I'm usually in like Discord or something, but you can have it push to talk. You can always type as well. But yeah, those are my audio settings. And then system settings. Yeah, you pretty much do everything here. That didn't really change um, anything else. So there you guys go. There are my settings. I don't think there is really anything else to go over. I think we went over kind of the controller, graphic settings, all that sort of stuff. Hopefully you guys found this useful. And I don't want to keep this video too long. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next Battlefield video. Peace.